Day 4, upper body. This is the dynamic effort bench session. Nothing crazy. We went down in volume a little bit because I wanted to keep pushing intensity. So I believe last week we did 7 sets of 3, I think. So 21 total. We're bringing it down to 15 total. So 5 sets of 3. And like I said, I'm going to try and bump the weight up just a little bit. So we got the OVR set up. We got the mini bands on. Same setup. Nothing's changed. And afterwards, we're getting into basically kind of like my favorite bout of accessories from this entire phase, which is pull-ups, chest-supported rows, laterals, rear delt flies, and then arms at the very end. So it's a fun one. With all that being said, I feel pretty good. It's a little late in the day, so I'm kind of chill. And I'm sure you guys probably don't mind, probably just, vibe into the music I got going on here and commentary when I have something useful to say. Today, that might not be too much. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started. You guys know the drill. The first set is going to be slow, methodic. I mean, not super slow. But it's going to be slow enough just so that I can kind of get used to my setup here. Bar position, arm position. Make sure that full arm feels good. Make sure I have some leg drive here. I actually know what that feels like. I just go through some reps. Making sure everything feels okay. Not too fast. Take a little mini break, and then I'm going to do some speed reps. All right, I'm gonna slap some weight on. I forget what I'm working up to. I think last week it was like 175, I think, something like that. Whatever it is, we're just gonna go up by like 10 most likely and do our 5x3 there. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the tape, throw some weight on. Let's get to work. So last week was 175 for 21, and our average was 0.76, which is way slower than I was hoping for. It's still within the appropriate range, which is fine. It was just slower than what I was hoping for. So instead of 185, we went 180. I mean, we're doing 2 less sets, so that will obviously influence the average. But it also cuts down on my ability to potentiate as well. So if like our best one is set 5, one could make the argument that I would be faster if I was doing more sets on average. Whereas with only 5 sets to look at, it probably looks like I'm slower on average. Anyway, I'm really not that concerned. As long as it feels fast and it feels good, that's what I give a shit about. So with that being said, 180 is on the bar. Just gonna fucking send it with what it is. And then obviously I'll keep track of my times. I'll kind of update y'all on the times that's spitting out at me over here. Again, 0.75 is kind of like the bottom end of the spectrum that I want to be at. I want to be as close to 0.8 as possible. Yeah, see, that one we came out pretty slow on rep 3 here. I know I'm off frame. So reps 1 and 2, we're at 0.76 and 0.77. And then the last one shot down to 0.71. So see, like, that's kind of what I'm talking about. Like, I didn't want it to drop that low. I wanted 0.75 to be the lowest point. But I also don't want to go down. I kind of just want to man up and try harder, you know what I mean? So with that being said, I think that's what we're going to do. I think we're just going to stay here. Just send it. Who cares? So I'm not really in a position where this even matters. I just wanted to mix it up for my upper body power. So anyway, we'll stick to it. Rest period is going to be short. That's why I haven't cut the tape yet, because I'm about to go. We're keeping it between like 45 to 60. So let's go. Number 2. Let's see what we got. So kind of same logic. Rep 1 was 0.77, and then we fell down to 0.72 and 0.73. So we're probably looking at a lower average than I want, but who cares? We got 3 left. We were faster that time. Literally 0.78 into 0.76 into 0.79. So I thought potentiation happened early, which is good because that was 3, right? So we got 2 more. We got it. Boom. Oh. We did slow down just a little bit, but the good news is that I maintained my speed pretty well. And the surprising part, I know I'm off camera, the surprising part is on rep 11 and rep 13, which would have been, oh yeah, interesting. Yeah, it would have been a second rep and it would have been a first rep, was 0.85 and 0.81. How the fuck that happened, I don't fucking know. But we're about to see the average right now. I'll log it, and then we'll be on our way. We're going to go straight into pull-ups, which I can't remember what the prescription is, but I'll let you guys know as soon as I look at it. So pull-ups, chest-supported rows. Those are going to be the next 2 things on our list. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this shit up and get rolling. But that was really good. Happy with that. Sets of 2. I'm doing like 3 to 4 sets of 2. Based on last week's 3x3. So we either do the 3 sets, a 4th if I'm feeling really good. So we're going to do body weight first. We'll slap on a 45, and then we'll do 55, 65, 70 maybe? Or maybe straight to 70? Haven't really decided. We'll see. Military style still, that hasn't changed. I gotta yap real quick. One of my friends just sent me a video of a dude doing like a PJR pullover, And if you don't know what that is, it's basically just like a dumbbell pullover, but it's like a tricep extension on the back end. So like a traditional pullover, right? You're on the bench and you basically just pull the weight straight over you. PJR pullover, it's like a little tricep extension here and then like a pullover. So it's straightening the elbows and then pull. This motherfucker doing like 245 pounds on a PJR. I see stuff like that and I'm just like, what the fuck? It makes me laugh because it's like, I wonder if some of these people like specifically train for this thing. You know what I mean? Like, they're like, I'm just going to get absurdly strong at just one lift. And just, that's going to be just my thing. You know what I mean? Or if they're just like, I don't know, I've just been doing this exercise for like 20 fucking years and I'm just like really good at it. Like, what the fuck? It's just insane. Insanity to me that he can even do that much weight. That felt pretty good. So what I'm thinking is, maybe, no, I'll probably do 55. I'll do 55, 65, and that'll be like the 3. And then if I want to do one more, I'll do 70. So. Feeling kind of heavy, dude. Not gonna lie, it's feeling kind of heavy. Yeah, it didn't feel too bad. Try not to break my toes. I'm gonna go 70 here. So the set was a double, but I did 3 because 2 was pretty easy. So fuck it, we did another one. Who cares? I would go up, but I mean, I kind of did what I set out to do, so we're good. We're gonna move into chest supported rows. So I'm gonna break out the seal pad, throw the seal row pad up there, and then we'll get to work. Chest supported rows. We got a 975 ladder, descending ladder, obviously. Last week we did 95s for 10.86. So I'm gonna push that up to 100, like any real man would. So we're gonna do one warm-up set. I think probably at like 80 pounds. I feel like that's probably logical. And I'm not going to do too many. I'm just going to do like 5 reps just to make sure that everything feels okay. And then we'll just jump straight to 100 and fucking send it, dude, for 975. And again, that's not a drop. Like, that's not a drop set. You're not doing them back to back because we're doing the same weight 3 times in a row. So I'm trying to hit failure on the first set, or at least pretty fucking close. And then rest is only short enough to where I'm hitting failure on the 7 and 5 as well, or at least close to it. I think last week we weren't necessarily hitting failure until the last one. I can't really remember, but 80 doesn't feel too bad as it is. It's always a bad sign when you pick up the first warm-up weight and you're like, oh, that shit's heavy. Yeah, that 5 didn't feel too bad. I know 100 is going to be heavy, but I have faith that we can do it. One more. Yeah, that's what I like. Rest period is going to be somewhere between 75 to 90, so we'll be back shortly. Oh, one more. I think it was good. I think it was. I hope it was. I went all the way up to 15, so I have the adder plates on both sides. We're only doing 8 reps. Nothing crazy. Remember, we have to thoracically extend to get that external rotation. One more. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. All right, we're going to move into our TRX rear delt flies. I'm just going to get right into that motherfucker right now. And since I reduced my reps, I can get pretty inverted here. Oh. Oh. One thing with the TRX rear delt fly that people fuck up too is on the way down, when you're here like this, when you're coming back in like this, they'll bend the arms and get the arms nice and close. And you end up taking all the tension away as opposed to maintaining the T-pose the whole time and extending the arms this way. So when you're on a TRX in general, you always want to keep these things taut, right? So whenever you bend the arms or whatever, this tends to go loose. You've lost tension somewhere. So it's a little quick quid pro quo if you've never used the TRX in your training, because I see that one a lot. Oh. 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 Woo. Buddy. Went up to 30 from 25 last week. Oh. Whew. We did get our 12. Whew. We'll probably do 3 rounds of that instead of 2. Oh. 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 One more, guys. Oh. Mm. Oh. 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 God. Whew. All right. Easy enough for me. So it's our last upper body day of the block. Tomorrow we got our field stuff, which we're running the flies. And like I said earlier this week, I think I'm sticking to the plan where we'll just do field work tomorrow. And then Saturday I'll lift. And then we deload next week, which it'll be an actual deload. And then we start our conjugate block the week after. So I'm excited. Feeling good. Not really concerned about tomorrow. I have a feeling I'm going to feel pretty good tomorrow. Legs aren't really that sore. I'm not nearly as sore as I was last week after the first field day. So I'm feeling good about my times too. I'm happy with all the progress we've made. So yeah, I don't have much else to say. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. Adios.